Welcome back to Tech, Tesla, and Trends. Tonight I'm looking at Elon Musk and Twitter, specifically looking at his request for Twitter subscribers at $4 a month, which at 140.5 million subscribers is no small chunk of change if every one of them were to subscribe. Now, granted, we know that's not going to be the case, but just for the sake of math, let's look at that. That's $562 million per month, roughly $500 million in a month. And Elon needs to pay, well, Twitter needs to pay $1.5 billion in interest payments, roughly, in a given year to pay off their $12 billion worth of financial company debts. So, looking at that particular equation of subscribers, I don't think he'll get 100%. But if he did, it's interesting. That's $6.744 billion in 1 year. 2 years' time, call it 3 years for round numbers, it pays for the entire debt that Twitter owes. That's an interesting value number on what a subscriber is worth on Twitter, at least to Elon Musk. That's a significant business investment in his mind. Now, whether or not it'll be something more than memes and other fun things like that shared on his subscriber stream, who knows? Or if he just shares insights into how to operate a business or challenges that he's run into with Twitter and Tesla and SpaceX, the Boring Company, or just cool pictures that are around him. All of those things would be interesting to people. And I think that he will see something close to at least 1% of his followers that are willing to jump on board. And even at that, that's $6.44 million or $67.44 million a year. Still not a horrible amount of funds to come in. Granted, that's not going to pay the interest nor the loans on Twitter as quickly, but it certainly pays for any living expenses and operational fees that he may have for his personal life. And let's face it, this is Elon Musk, so 1%, that seems a little low. So somewhere between $67.44 million a year and $6.744 billion a year is what Elon Musk's Twitter subscription potential is at the present day. I am going to be curious if we ever find out what his number of actual Twitter subscribers is, because I think that that would be very telling about the world of Elon and also the value of Twitter overall as a company, especially from a perspective of it being a content platform where creators are able to generate their own revenues based upon those that are following them. Now, I think that some of these content creators, like Michael Schellenberger, who Elon says you can follow at $8.99 a month, that's a little rich for some of us, but good money if you can get it, depending on the number of people you have. But ultimately, even $1 from one of your subscribers every month, it adds up, and you start thinking about those numbers for people with several million subscribers or several thousand subscribers even. On a monthly basis, this begins to be an economy of some scale and note. Now, it's one that obviously is not going to be for everybody, but this does appear to have one potential offering of problem solving, so to speak, for the larger economy questions that Elon's asked over the years. How big is an economy? What constitutes an economy? And then the ultimate question of uh, universal basic income. What's required for that? How does that generate it? Some of those questions still resonate, and you look at what a Twitter subscription feed might actually generate for Elon. For the little fish, that's probably not nothing if you start to think about it, especially if the entire world were working together in some form of a virtuous cycle. How many people like, share, and subscribe across the entire Twitter platform? If every one of those people were at least subscribing to, say, 10 or 20 of the people that they follow at $1, that adds up to a significant amount of money that is being brought in by Twitter through its subscription platform. And I think that that will be another draw for Elon in the long run, because that will pull advertisers into Twitter when they see the numbers that subscriber platforms are bringing in for general content creators. Overall, I think this is a good move by Elon, and one that can add value to Twitter. I still wish that Twitter were underneath the umbrella of Tesla, but it is what it is these days. And ultimately, at the end of the day, if they do make Twitter an investable company again at some point in the future, as has been rumored, that does give it some legitimate financial chops to actually have revenue from. So, all in all, this is a good idea, I think. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on Elon Musk asking his 140 plus million subscribers to give him $4 a month. And I'd love to hear your comments. We'll talk to you in the comments. Feel free to like and subscribe as well.